What's up, y'all? Good morning, guys. I'm all here for Gemini season. What's up? What y'all want to talk about, man? Good morning. Where the Geminis at? Where's the Geminis, man? Where the Geminis at? Where the Geminis? May Geminis, June Geminis, first decan Gemini, second decan. Let's get it. Where y'all at? It's y'all season. What's up, Geminis? Good morning. Good morning to all the Geminis. I gotta state yourselves, man. One thing about Geminis, I know y'all proud to be Geminis. What's up? Good morning, Sammy. How you doing? When your birthday? June? May? Which Gemini are you? Shout out to all the Gemini. Oh, South Philly in the building? I see you, South Philly. I'm in Philly. But I'm in the northeast side of Philly, though. South Philly in the building. Well, shout out to all the Geminis. Cool G Rap. Yup. I like Cool G Rap. But shout out, what's up? How you doing? Where all the Geminis? Tag all the Geminis. You know what I mean? South Philly Gem. Appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm in the northeast. Yeah. I got Gemini rising. I'll get a Gemini. Get you a Gemini. Yeah, man. But it's definitely the Gemini season out here. You know what I mean? It's definitely Gemini season. Shout out to y'all. I know y'all couldn't wait. They couldn't wait. Cause every time I did live, there was a bunch of Geminis in my live. Where y'all at now? Where are you guys? Share the live. Hey, share the live. You know what I mean? Find as many Geminis as you can. Cause one thing about Geminis, they love talking about themselves. Geminis love talking about themselves. As they should, though. As they should. You know what I mean? I like Geminis. But Geminis get a lot of bad rep. I mean, and it is what it is. There's good to every sign and there's bad to every sign. But I like Geminis though. Even if I wasn't a Gemini rising, you know what I mean? For sure. Geminis bring a lot of personality. I like Geminis because they're very, very a lot of Geminis like to speak their minds. A lot of Geminis speak their minds, very opinionated, and they're not a lot of times they're not afraid to speak their mind in most cases. A lot of Geminis are not afraid to speak their mind. And we sometimes we need that because a lot of people are afraid to speak their mind. That's one thing about Geminis. Most Geminis that I know, they're loud and proud. How they feel, they're gonna speak it. Even as kids, even Geminis when they're like children. When they're children, you can tell when a kid is a Gemini a lot of times. They gonna speak the truth. They gonna speak it loud and proud, for sure. But tag all the Geminis that you guys know, man. It's like I might have to come on later. I don't know, because I don't see no Geminis in this joint. Tag all the Geminis. You know what I mean? I know it's still early, though, but still. Shout out to Gemini, man. Geminis are the Jacks and Jills of all trades. One thing about Gemini is very, very independent people. Very, very independent sign. A little bit of, they could be a little bit manipulative. One thing about Gemini, I appreciate Gemini. I appreciate their energy. I appreciate their intelligence. One thing about Gemini, they don't know something about. They love having information. They love knowing information. They love giving information, right? Gemini is gonna know something about something, even if it's not a lot about a topic. They're one thing about Gemini, they're gonna figure it out. And if they don't know, they're gonna listen, they're gonna hear it out. But one thing about Gemini is they love to spread information, right? So they have to they have to know, they have to learn on what's going on. Geminis will definitely have good advice for you. They will definitely give you good information. That's why Geminis like to talk a lot, but they also like to learn and listen, right? Because this is how they like to listen. Even though like they might cut you off when you're talking and stuff like that, they're very good listeners in a sense because they like to learn, right, and give out information. Geminis are like basically the messenger of astrology. Geminis are the messenger of astrology. So they will give you information that you don't know. Like you will always learn something from a Gemini. That's one thing. You will always learn something from Gemini. Yeah, they can be very, very good teachers. I appreciate the Geminis that surround me because they give you good information. They're good teachers. Like, like they know a lot. Like, and if it's something that they don't know about, like they may know a little bit about something. Like Geminis are the Jacks and Jills of all trades. Like they may not master them, but they know a lot about things. I appreciate Gemini. One thing about Gemini is that they like to look at both sides of a problem. Like if you come to Gemini with a problem, you telling them your problem, they like to hear both sides of the story. Like they're not the type of people just to go off of one side of the story and just, go and just make their, the conclusion. Like they have to know and hear both sides of the story. Like they won't just not gonna go with what somebody says. Geminis don't like that. Like they actually like to play and listen to both sides of the coin. Like like they're not the type of person just because you're their friend, you tell them, you come to vent to them. They're gonna give you like good sound advice. But they have to hear every angle of the story before they go ahead and say what they got to say. This is why we need Geminis around. Like we gotta appreciate Geminis for sure. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining in. Shout out to the Geminis, man. Terry, I see you, Terry. Shout out to you. I can drop y'all signs. Let me know what's y'all signs when y'all come in too. Drop y'all Zodiac signs. Got any questions? Let me know what's going on. Shout out to Gemini. It's their season. Island chick, what's up, Pisces? Okay, that Pisces is another mutable sign. Just like Gemini, sign of duality, right? There's like two fishes. Gemini got the twins, mutable sign. You guys go with the flow with, know how to go with the flow, know how to adapt. Mutable signs, right? Just like Gemini. Team Gemini. Okay, I see you. Shout out to Jamaican and American Paradise LLC. Shout out to you. When is are you a May Gemini or a June Gemini? Why? Because they say that I don't know, like the June Geminis are more, I guess, aggressive than the May Geminis, or considered more crazier. You know what I mean? What I noticed with the May Geminis, they seem a little more like laid back. A little bit, yeah, a little more laid back. Okay, I see Aquarius, another air sign. You got Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay. Very, very intelligent. Air signs, very, very mental, cerebral people. Very cerebral. Very, very intellectual. Pisces, all right, Taurus. All right, I see people, all right, Taurus in the building. All right, shout out to you. Our season was last season. It's all good, though. Pisces, oh, what a sign. My wife is a Pisces, too. I'm a Taurus, but I have a Gemini moon. I'm lying. I have a Gemini rising. I have a Virgo moon. I have a Virgo moon, Gemini rising. My Mercury is in Gemini, so this is why, like I like to make videos, give out information, because one thing about Gemini is the messenger of astrology, right? Like they like to take information that they learned and they like to give it out. You know, like messengers. You know what I mean? Even if they gotta put their little, you know, pizzazz on it, their little finesse in there, but they gonna tell you a good. They gonna tell you a good story. They gonna give you good information. They gonna give you good information. I have a Taurus rising. Oh, the water sign, and your water sign. Okay, yeah. Shout out to you. I love water signs for just for the fact that I like their intuition. Like I like their their intuitiveness. Like they can feel. Man, always come. I don't know. It may be something that you have. Cause they say that Leo men like to spin the block. So you know Capricorn like to spin the block too. So I mean it may be something that you have, a water sign. I don't know what it. I mean, you gotta tell me why they come back. But I mean but Gemini men. What do you want me to say about Gemini men? Um, People like to say that Geminis do not like to commit. You know what I mean? But if they commit, that means that you're doing something very, very well. Because one thing about Geminis is that like they like to weigh out their options. They're more about experiences. So when they meet people or they deal with people, they like to consider that as experience. You know what I mean? Like they love new experiences. So when it comes to commitment, you know, it's kind of hard for them, you know, to commit. But when they do commit, that means that you got something serious. You got something serious going on. I'm telling you, because you know what I mean. But Gemini's, people would not think that Gemini's can be loyal. They can be loyal if they rock with you, like you know, and then they love you. They will hold you down and they will respect you and they will be loyal to you. Like I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing for sure. Like, people, I'm saying, like, you just have to, like, give them what they want, which is kind of hard because, like, Geminis can be very, very misunderstood. A lot of times, Geminis don't understand themselves, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, they have a hard time figuring out who they are, you know? But the thing is that the beauty of that is that they are who they are. Like you just have to understand you are who you are. You know what I mean? Like, and just embrace it. You know, like Gemini is a person that, you know, is a chameleon. This is what you guys are. You guys are chameleons. You guys are very adaptable. You know what I mean? Gemini's. One thing about Gemini is that they know how to, like, if they were to, like, if they can, a Gemini knows what people want. Like, so if they know who you are, they will like know who you are, and then they will act the way, you know, they would, that you, like, based off how you, the energy that you're giving off, basically they will act based off of that. You know what I mean? And then like they might find somebody else and then act different. It's because they would basically like channel that energy that you guys are giving off, and they know that, oh, this person is more like this person is more laid back. So you know, like I could be laid back too. You know what I mean? You know, I don't think Gemini's are two-faced. They're well versed. They're multi-faced. They have more than two-faced, right? Because they just basically people that just channel energy and just conform. Yeah. They're very fickle. Yep. Yep. Shout out to the Geminis, man. Geminis, man. One thing about Geminis, they will give you good advice, man. Especially if they're operating on a high, you know, vibrational scale. They definitely have, you know, very, very good advice, for sure. We adapt to the vibe, the energy. Yep, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, and Gemini. One thing about Gemini is like I said, I always say this, like they're like the Jack and Jills of all trades. Like they always know a little bit about something. Cause Geminis are not like people that operates in passion, so they may like something. They may like astrology. Then they may like you know, like history. Like they wouldn't, and then this causes them to know information about every topic and every subject, which is very, very good. Because like people that saying that, people, you know, that saying where it says jack of all trade but master of none. that saying is not where it stops at. That saying is actually longer than that. It says is a jack of all trades, master of none, but is better than a master of none. Right? So basically, it's better than a master of one. So basically, they may not be a master of one thing, but they because they know a lot of things, that makes them better than a master of one thing. If that makes sense. People don't. That saying is actually longer. Jack of all trades, a master of none, but is better than a master of one. That's how it actually goes. And Geminis will definitely. Yes, my favorite cousin is a Gemini. So much, yeah, but Pisces and Geminis can actually get along very well. You guys are very, very similar in a sense, right? Because you guys are the sign of duality. And also, not the sign of duality, you guys are both mutable signs, meaning that you guys can actually channel others' energy, right? And you guys can actually, like, kind of like, bring things out of people that they don't know. Like, so basically, if I don't know that I have a bad attitude, a Gemini or a mutable sign will actually mirror your energy, and whatever you give to them is what they're gonna give back to you. So if you have a bad attitude and you don't realize that you got a bad attitude, a Gemini, a Pisces, a Virgo, right? These signs will actually show you that you have a bad attitude without having to say that you have a bad attitude, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because mutable signs mirror the energy that you're giving off to them. So automatically, if you have a bad attitude, you bring like a bad vibe, those signs, immutable signs, Geminis, the Virgos, Pisces, was Sagittarius, they will tell you without telling you, because they're gonna mirror off the energy that you're giving them, and then you're gonna like why this person is acting weird towards me. A Gemini won't act weird towards you unless you act weird towards them, and that goes for Pisces as well. They won't act mean or rude to you. Like usually they on a good day, like they won't do that unless you're giving off that type of energy. Then they're gonna reciprocate that energy they're giving off to you. So sometimes you gotta look at yourself first before you be like, oh, I don't like this person, And a Gemini will help you with that. A Pisces will help you with that, like with the information that you do not know about yourself, because they're just mirroring. They will channel your energy. They will mirror your energy, and then they will have to reciprocate it back to you. And then you be like, damn, oh, this person is moving funny. No, maybe you're moving funny. Maybe you're moving funny, and then you just have to you're not noticing that. You know what I mean? Geminis are very similar to Pisces. Pisces, you know what I mean? Like, for sure, guys. A true... Same, but he got pissy. Yeah, I mean, like, one thing, you guys are going to mirror the energy that you receive. For sure. That's a fact. But shade alive, man. Where the rest of the signs at? I need something to talk about. The fuck? That's why you come outside. What you think of Gemini ladies? All right, Gemini ladies. What I think about them? I think that they're very, very versatile people. They're very, very independent. You know what I mean? Like, cause I know like people like Gemini get bad reps and they be like, oh, the man is this, but like the women, Gemini women, like they're similar, right? But they're also different. Like Gemini women, like they probably more like sometimes they can be a little bit laid back depending sometimes, but they can also give you that high intense energy, right? And they got that energy to where it's like they remind me of not masculine energy. They know how to tap into the masculine side, so like a lot of Gemini women do like the type of jobs that you won't really see a lot of women in. Like they'll be in the field of like like that's more men, like male dominant, right? Because Gemini women, like I said, the Jills of all trades, right? Like I like Gemini women because like they remind me of Virgo women in a sense. Like they're very independent and they can hold their own. Like they can hold their own. Very, very independent. For real. Like, and Virgo women remind me of Gemini women, like in the sense, like they're not the signs to like worry about relation. Like, not to say they don't want to be in relationships, but they don't really care to be in relationships. Like, they could be on their own, like, and just go on trips by themselves or with their friends. Like, they don't have to be in a relationship all the time. Like, they just more about experiences. You know what I mean? Like they'll have fun, but like they don't, like, they were the type of women that show you that, oh yeah, I don't need a man. Like, I don't need you. Like, as long as I got me, I'm cool. Like, Gemini women are very, very independent. Very, very independent. We don't need friends. Yeah, Virgos, and like especially Virgos too, and Geminis, like they're good by themselves. They're good by themselves. Now, I know sometimes like Geminis probably like they enjoy having people around. Like they enjoy having people around because just give them something to do. Like the conversation, keep them stimulated, right? Like, because when Geminis are by themselves, their mind is constantly a ongoing thing. Like, their minds, it's hard for them, their mind to shut down, like, because they'll be overthinking, right? So when they have people around, it's cool because it keeps them stimulated in that sense. Like, they can talk, because one thing about Geminis, they can talk, boy. Like, especially if they're in the mood, they can talk. Like, it keeps them busy. They will have a conversation about grass, right? And then, like, they will literally have a conversation about anything. That's my point. They'll have a conversation about anything, and it'll be a long conversation. They can make it long. They know how to talk, and they love to talk, right? Like, you ever notice having a conversation with a Gemini, like, it's like when you're talking to them, a lot of times they don't be listening to you. They be more so like listening so they can, but they don't have to like working on. They'll be thinking that they're about their next response, in a sense, if that makes sense. And they will cut you off if they have to. They just love to talk. That's what keeps their mind, like, stimulated. Like, you know what I mean? A Gemini will actually like can like basically like they flirt. Like, that's how they flirt with people and all that, by conversations. This is a way of them, how they flirt, you know what I mean? Through conversation, like joking, like this is how they do them. Like, and you can actually turn on a Gemini, like turn them on, like, by like conversation, like, whatever the conversation may be, you can turn them on, like, and because they're more like people like this, like like a sapiosexual, you know what I mean? Like, they can fall in love with your mind. Like this person is so intelligent. This person is so smart. Like, that turns on Gemini. You know what I mean? Especially like the Gemini women, like, they love a good conversation. You know what I mean? Like, they won't prejudge. They will judge you based off your mind, right? Like, the looks aren't everything. It's something, but it's not everything to Gemini. What else? I like company, but my gets drained around people. What about Cancer women? Like, what do you know about Cancer women? Share this live. Cancer women, very, very nurturing. Very, very goal-driven people. Like, Cancer women are very, very goal-driven. Like they're about their money. Like, they're about their, like, like their reputation, like, as far as like status, they love, and they a lot of times Cancer women, like, they can come off mean, right? Of course they're moody, so that's gonna always, be a thing, whatever. But like, they come off mean, but they like to, it's because like they love so hard, they want to protect themselves, right? Cancer women want to protect themselves. You know what I mean? Like, so they usually, Cancer women, a lot of Cancer women have walls built up. You know what I mean? So they can protect themselves because, like, they're very, very, they can be very, very vulnerable. Our mutable signs, we don't need friends. One thing about, I was saying something about Gemini too. I want to say about something about Gemini. Damn, I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, Geminis, like, they tend to run from emotions, right? Like, they try to run away from emotions. They try to stay away from that. Like, they more so about about logic, what makes sense. Like they try to usually run from or try to hide from their emotions, even their own emotions. Like they try to stay away from that. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to like just come off emotional. Like so they try to hide or stay away from emotions. You know what I mean? They always would try, revert back to like what makes sense, like logic. You know what I mean? Gemini's always, that's what they would revert to, logic. If this makes sense, you know what I mean? The mutable signs, they will definitely adapt to what's going on. Mutable, right? Like relatable. Like these are the same type of words. So mutable signs always gonna show you like a mirror of yourself. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna give you, but you know what I mean? People never talk about how Geminis could be loyal. Like, why nobody ever talk about sometimes like Geminis can actually be loyal? Because we know all the bad stuff about Geminis, but why nobody talk about the loyalty of a Gemini? Like, not everybody get that loyalty. I don't think everybody can see that side of Gemini because not everybody can get that loyalty out of a Gemini. Only certain people can get that loyalty out of Gemini. And then once they rock with you, they rocking with you. Like, there's no questions about it. Like, Geminis can be loyal to the right person, to the right people. But people don't get to talk about that because you don't get that from a Gemini. Gemini won't give that loyalty easily, which I understand. Like, I mean, these type of things, loyalty, respect, all these things have to be earned. These things have to be earned. But Geminis can be an actual loyal sign. It could be a loyal sign. Very, very loyal. For real. Gemini could be loyal, could be one of the most loyal signs, but everybody won't see that because they won't show you that. People won't show you, like, people won't tell you that because a lot of people won't get a chance to experience that. One thing about Geminis is competitive too. They're very competitive, men or women. Very, very competitive. That's one thing about Gemini. They're very, very competitive. Like, they don't like to lose. Like, they don't like to lose. Like, and they're very competitive. Geminis are competitive. One of the most competitive signs. Like, we all know, like, fire signs are very competitive. Like Leos, Aries are competitive. Geminis, real competitive, yo. I like a lot of Gemini women go to be in the army. They like to go to the army, and they gonna show you that like I can do anything you can do, but better. For real, they're very, very competitive. Very competitive. Shout out to Gemini, for real. You guys don't get enough, and we gonna do it. Yes, y'all will. I'm telling you. That's why I'm telling you guys. Yeah, guys are very, very versatile sound. Like, very, very versatile, well-versed, independent. Like, they prefer to do things on their own. And one thing about Geminis, they can be very, very private, too. Geminis can be very, very private. Like they can have a lot going on, but you won't really know what they got going on. That's why a lot of Geminis be hurt for a lot of Geminis be suffering in silence. Like, you guys got to stop doing that too. You guys can be hurting. A lot of Geminis be hurting for real. But they try to stay away from emotions. And I know, like, but Geminis be hurting and suffering in silence. That's one thing about Gemini. Gemini suffer in silence a lot. Like, they go through a lot, and because they're so private and they try to stay away from their emotions and like not look weak. Like, they like they suffer a lot and they always act like they're okay. Like, it's okay not to be okay, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay not to be okay, you know, because like sometimes it's good to get things out. Like you gotta find somebody that you trust. I know you guys don't trust easily. Geminis don't trust people easily. I know you guys have a hard time trusting people, but one thing about Geminis, like, you know, it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to not be okay. I'm telling you, you know, you just gotta find somebody that you trust. You know what I mean? Like just to vent, and you know, because one thing about Geminis, like they can have like a lot of depression, anxiety, just like Virgo, right? Just like Virgos, they can have like all these issues. You know what I mean? Because they're going through a lot up here. Their mind can never shut, like can never slow down, never shut down. This is why Geminis don't get no sleep at times. They have a hard time, you know, they have a hard time sleeping, you know, because they can't shut their minds down, right? So it's like you got to stay busy. Like they have a hard time falling asleep, you know. It's sometimes it's sad, you know. Venting don't help, to be honest. Okay, venting don't help, right? But one thing about Geminis, they like to, you know, like socialize, right? Um, like you guys, you know, like that's your way of like, you know, like kind of like some type of stimulants. So sometimes venting can help, or it could just be, you know, like Geminis talk to themselves. Geminis talk to themselves a lot. Like I know I'm not tripping. I'm not a Gemini, but I know Geminis talk to themselves, right? And it's just like sometimes geniuses talk to themselves, but it's good to find somebody to talk to, whether it's to God. So sometimes venting, you know, like if it, maybe the word is not the best word I'm choosing, vent, but it's good to talk to somebody. Geminis will talk to themselves. Say I'm tripping. Say I'm tripping. If I'm wrong, I would hang up. I would close this. I would shut this live down. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, you know, like, and it's not. It's like, you know, like guys need balance. And like, okay, cool. Like I know a lot of geniuses talk to themselves and all that. You know, have little pep talks like that. But like, you guys go through a lot, yo. You guys go through a lot mentally. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times Geminis also have like nervous energy. Nervous energy, right? That's part of like that's some type of anxiety too. You guys have a lot of nervous energy. Like you ever shook a Gemini's hand or a Virgo's hand, right? You guys have these similar things, right? It's kind of like clammy. Your hands are clammy. Like you guys can have like social anxiety, you know. It gets deep, yo. It gets deep. I mean, astrology gets deep, yo. Yes. You know, share the live, man. Yo, share the live. Throw me some likes, man. You know, share the live. You know, yeah, not clammy. Yeah. You know, like I trust me. I know what's going on. You know, like but like I'm telling you because like Gemini's, like you guys go through a lot mentally, and you know your mind is a powerful. Our mind is a powerful thing. It's so powerful, right? So you know, like that goes for good and it goes for bad. You know, and I don't want to get too deep into that, but like look at Kanye West, right? Look at Kanye West. Like he's a Gemini, right? He goes through a lot, you know what I mean? Like and I know he has a personal life and all that, but you know I'm just giving you like just the tip of the iceberg, you know what I'm saying? Like I know being a Gemini, like you know, like it's not an easy job. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know? Yeah, it's not easy. You know, like but I understand Geminis. You know, like a lot of people you know, Geminis are very misunderstood. Very, very misunderstood. Yo, you guys go on click the link in my bio and check out my YouTube. I got a video. I got a long video on Geminis. You know what I mean? Like I trust me. Like you guys will like it. You know, I think that's one of my best videos. My most watched videos is the Geminis. You know what I mean? Geminis are very misunderstood, and this is why people don't it's like said, oh, they're the worst. You know, it's not. People just don't understand. People just usually don't like what they don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like that you guys are the worst. That, you know, it's not the case. Because I can tell you a bad thing about every sign. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, just misunderstood. Like, let's just talk about cartoons. I know this is cartoon, but I'm just going to give you an example of how society works, right? You see Superman, like, people didn't understand Superman, right? The people did not understand Superman. So he was out here doing good, right? Trying to save people. But the people that didn't understand the purpose of Superman, they thought that they made it seem like he was a bad guy. They was trying to kill Superman. I'm not talking about the villains. I'm talking about the society, right? They were trying to get rid of Superman. They were trying to, because he's different. He's not understood. So people do not understand different. People do not appreciate different. So, yes, this is a cartoon, but I'm just trying to show you like how society works, right? So when it comes to astrology and all that, people are like, oh, you're a Gemini? No. Nah, it's just misunderstood. It's just because you guys don't understand. That's what it is. You feel me? Like, that's all what it is. You know what I mean? Cause I know people like to say, the manipulation. Who's not a manipulator? Everybody manipulates. People just do it in a different form. You know what I mean? People just does it in a different way. Every sign is manipulative. You know what I mean? And this is what it is. Geminis, everybody has something to them. We all great. Every sign has a great attribute. Every sign has a bad attribute, characteristic trait. Nobody perfect, right? Yes, I said nobody's perfect. Sorry, Virgo. Sorry, Virgo, my bad. But yeah. Says Gemini Charles, Gemini Pop Bon Moon. Gemini, yo, all right, tell me what's wrong with a Gemini. I want to hear, like, just tell me. Just tell me what's. I'm not a Gemini, so you can't say that. I have Gemini on my chart, but I'm a Taurus, so I don't want people to say, oh, you're a Gemini. No, I'm just trying to keep it real, because if you name a sign, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with every sign. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with every sign. So like people like to just mention the bad parts of a sign, right? It's whack, it's whack. I mean, that's corny. You know what I mean? Like, there's good things about Geminis, but it's just people like to go with the bad, just like Scorpios. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good things about Scorpios, You just have to, any sign you mention, I can tell you what's wrong with them. So tell me why you said they're not good. I recently talking to a Taurus. I don't know. Taurus, Gemini cusp. Okay. Yeah, Gemini is the master of communication. Very, very witty. This is how they can finesse you. Geminis are finessers, right? Mercury is the planet of communication, and these guys are they're the tricksters. But people forget Gemini and Virgo share the same planet. So that Virgos are very, very good with their words. They're very, very witty as well, right? So they communicate very well. So they can be very, very tricky too with their words. This is how they finesse you. You know what I mean? So, wordsmiths, yep. It's Sunday, boy. Now you want to come on? Who's this? It doesn't matter what day it is. I'm just saying. What doesn't matter what day it is. And why would you say he's BS? What's BS? I'm talking astrology. Astrology is in the Bible, though. Well, so if that's what you're referring to, because it's Sunday, like, why does it matter what day it is? Tell me. Just, is there a bad day and a good day for astrology? If astrology is bad, then there should be no good days, right? There should be no day that's good or bad. I don't know. I'm at work, okay? So I'm at work, but I don't like There should be a good Bible says astrology is bad. Okay. Yes, I mean like, but astrology is about stars, right? And right, stars that's lined up, right? And the time. This is why your signs. This is your signs is based off stars, right? Like how where the stars were placed at what time, right? So I don't know. I mean like, if it's bad, you mean like if you feel like it's bad, like this is astrology page. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what? So I'm a bad guy because I talk about astrology now. I don't know. I mean like I don't know. But you guys, like you guys came on here the same way you came on, and the same way you can get off if you don't, if you don't like it. Like, you guys have the choice. The power is in your hands. For real, the power is on your hands. Oh no, it's and snake in the live. Are Aries a good match for you? For who? What sign are you talking about? My sign? When you saying me, like you as in me? But Aries are good with basically like other, like Leo, other fire signs can work with Aries. Like any sign can go any side, but some signs work better or more compatible. You know what I mean? Like Aries are compatible with like Libras, right? Geminis, right? Air signs, fire and air works together, right? Then you got the Leo, Sagittarius. Like, of course these people will have more. People will have, you know, like some signs will have more like more chaos than others, but Aries are compatible with Aquarius. Actually, Aries and Aquarius are compatible for sure. Fire and air definitely a good, a very very good situation. You know what I mean? Like they're compatible, absolutely. Specifically with you. Oh, I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus sun. Um, Earth and fire doesn't go, right? Earth and fire doesn't go, honestly. But you know, what I like to say is that if when it comes to relationship, like if you want it to work bad enough, it can work. You know what I mean? Like, don't use astrology as far as like this sign is compatible with this sign, so it's gonna work. That's not true. That's not true. You guys can have a lot of what's that word? A lot in common. Yes, you can have a lot in common. But then you guys, even though it says astrology says you use it as a guide, right? But if you want something to work, you have to put that work in. You have to put that work in. But if we're talking astrology, like like straight astrology, fire and earth aren't the best. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about like with your Venus and your moon, like how you operate emotionally, like you would do fire and fire, that can go. You can do fire and air, that can go, right? But water and earth, that goes. Earth and earth can go. But although they're all compatible, right? You're gonna have difficulties because you're two different people, right? You're raised up in two different environments. You guys you guys are raised differently. Your chart, you guys are not only one sign. So this is why astrology is cool, use it as a guide, but you have to put the work in yourself. Put the work in yourself, right? A relationship gonna work because the people that's involved in the relationship want to make it work, or they try their best. And if it doesn't work out, you guys tried your best. You can say that. But that's just how I look at it. Air and earth, like if as far as the sun part, the sun sign elements, no. But it depends what their moon sign is, right? Because your moon, remember, the moon is what represents your emotions, right? So, sorry, I got sidetracked. Oh yeah, so because somebody said something to me, and they said they called me out by my first name. I want to see who that was. But who this? Let me see what they talking about. Who this? Messiah?
Yeah.
What's up? You asked to be on live? Okay. But yeah, Earth and air, astrology wise, does it work? No. By the elements, no. But if my moon sign is a Earth sign, right? And your moon sign is like an Earth sign or a water sign, that can work. Or your Venus, like my Venus is in Aries, right? Is in Aries, so that's fire. But if you're talking about the sun sign or the just element, air and earth, they don't go. Earth and earth goes. Earth and water goes. Fire and fire goes. Fire and air goes. You know what I mean? My baby daddy is a bad Pisces. Run, run. Bad. I bet she put the fish. Run, 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 run. In his case, swim, swim, swim. God. Yeah. But yeah, man. Gemini and Gemini make monster babies. Wow. Are Virgos compatible with aquariums? Aquarius, Virgos, and no, because that's an earth sign and that's an air sign. But again, you have a whole chart, right? Right. So if you're talking about just the two sun signs and those elements, no, they won't work. But people have charts that that makes up your that makes up you completely, right? You have a moon, you have your Mercury, you have your Mars, right? You have your Venus, Jupiter, and all these things, right? Like this is what makes up you, like a whole DNA, like in astrology, your whole DNA wise. This is what makes up you. You understand? So, but if you're talking about those just two elements, Aquarius is an air sign and Virgo is an earth sign. That won't work. But should you not? Should you go off of that and not get together? You know what I mean? If you guys follow your hearts. Don't follow astrology in that sense. You know what I mean? Because you guys can make something work. You know what I mean? And if it don't work, it don't work. As long as you try to make it work. You know? Yep. Do you think Geminis are good with Pisces? Mm, element wise, that's fire. I mean, that's air and water. That does not go. But one thing about like, all right, let's say if a Pisces and Gemini get together, right? Because Pisces can be like they're more emotional on the emotional side, right? And Gemini are type of people to speak their minds or not like hold their tongue, honestly. Like they have to watch what they say to a Pisces because one thing about Pisces is that like they're emotional, or I mean they're sensitive, right? And emotional. So what you say to them can hurt them, even though they'll curse you out. And their words can be sharp. But you have to watch out how you talk to them because they're sensitive, right? And Geminis do not like to watch what they you know what I mean, Geminis, their words are sharp because we talk like you probably said that they're wordsmith, they use their word, that's their weapon, is their words, right? They use words as their weapon. They're the wordsmith. So they know how to use words and things to make you feel some type of way. Taurus female, Leo male. Ooh, that's fire and earth, right? And then not only that, like Taurus, like that would be like a fun relationship in the beginning and all that. But those are two stubborn signs. Very, very two fixed signs, two fixed energy, like to where it's like the fights will be like and like Taurus will shut down when it's time when there's a problem, and Leos, they need their attention, like they need to be feel like they're needed. And when Taurus got a problem, a lot of times they need to shut down, and that can cause a problem between them two. What else she said? Leos are so annoying. Gemini and Sagittarius, that could work. Element wise, for sure, and they're opposites, right? Like they're opposites. That can work. But you know what's a fun couple though? A fun relationship? Geminis and Leos. That one is like a fun couple, right? Like Geminis and Leos will work. Geminis and Sagittarius will work for sure, like because like they're similar and they're different at the same time. You know, like they're opposites. So they have a lot of similar traits in a sense because that's their sister sign. You know, so they believe a lot of things that they believe are like like kind of like similar mindset in a sense, right? Because they like new experiences. Geminis and Sagittarius love to experience new things. Sagittarius like to explore, Geminis like to explore too, like especially like, like mentally, like do different things. That can definitely work though. Why Gemini and Capricorn women get along? Why can't is it because it's in your situation? Because Gemini, all right, they can get along, but it depends, right? It depends, like what the situation is, though. Cause don't let no astrology make it seem like, don't try to use astrology why people can't get along. Some people just don't get along. You know what I mean? But I mean, like people, I know, like Geminis will speak their minds, and Capricorns will speak their minds. And Capricorns, they want it the way they want, how they want things. That's how they want it to go. So if it don't go the way they want it to go, like they ain't messing with you. They ain't messing with you, right? And Capricorns is type of people like if they feel like there's no need for you, like they don't have no use for you, if you're not their family or like close friends, they don't really care for you like too much. Like they don't really care about, like they're more about what can I get out of you? Like what can you help me do to help me elevate? You know what I mean? They're about that. Like a Capricorn will look at you as like, yo, like if you're not my like my family, like love you, like what can you do for me? Like how can you make me like better? Like where's the money at? You know what I mean? And you know, I don't know, and Geminis, like they ain't gonna let you try to use them, but they will use you though. Like Gemini will use you if they have to. Damn sure. But but they're not going for that. Gemini Sag will work. Yeah, they can work. They could, if they don't come like relationship wise, they can be good friends. They can be very, very close. They can be good friends. Like they can be very, very close. Gemini and Sagittarius. So if it don't work in a relationship, it can definitely work as like the guys with friends for sure. My daughter, I'm actually about my money. My daughter's own mouth. So I'm assuming your daughter's the Gemini. Yeah, she's the Gemini. Geminis use their words in their mind as a weapon, But Gemini can actually be dangerous too. Like they have a dark side, right? Like Geminis have a dark side. So just because like they could be all mouth, one thing about Geminis, if they have to, like they don't usually like think about violence first. They will hurt you with their words first or their mind first. But Gemini will hurt you if they have to, and don't got a problem doing it neither. Like it's because you push them, so they will do you dirty. So your daughter could be all about mouth for real, but like it's because she's your daughter, so you probably don't want to, But the one thing about Geminis, they would rather, like use their mind and their words. But if they have to, they will do what they got to do. As far as, you know what I mean? So, the Geminis. What about Sagittarius? What do you know about Sagittarius exactly? Like, be a little more specific. Like, they're immutable, fire sign. They're all about, learning, right? Because like Jupiter is what rules them, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So it's always expanding your mind. It's always about like like learning new things. This is why Geminis are similar, right? That's their sister sign. Um, they like to travel. They like to like broaden their horizons. That's a perfect thing for Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius are people that are usually open-minded people. Geminis can be open-minded, even though they can be a little opinionated. They're open-minded as well too, right? They can be open-minded people. Like a Sagittarius would date somebody because they like their accent. Like they like to do things that's different. Like they don't really care about. Not to say they don't care about looks completely. A Sagittarius don't like base things off of looks. That's not what they always do. Like maybe money, yes, or you know what I mean. Maybe money, yeah, but off of looks, like nah. Like they like people like because like the difference, like the things that experience new things. Like adventure. You know what I mean. So Sagittarius, like can be very very open minded, optimistic. They're very optimistic. Capricorns are the pessimistic ones. Sagittarius are the optimistic ones, right? So, why are Gemini so giving? Geminis are not. They can be giving. That's if they mess with you. Like if they like you, they love you and rock with you. They are very very giving people. Yes, you will find out like Gemini. You know what I mean? But they're not going to be out here like giving free willy nilly. No, they'll give you information. A lot of they're very very giving with the information that they learn. They're very very giving with like like advice for sure. Yeah, they like to give it raw. Why'd you put police with the Gemini? Why are you calling police? Who's this? Yeah, God and me. Calling police. That's crazy. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, follow me if you guys haven't followed me already. If I'm giving you guys, some good game, follow good brother. I got more videos to come. You know what I mean? For sure. Keyword you pushed up. Keyword. Why people say? Why people say Sagittarius are crazy? Because they can be crazy though. Sagittarius can be crazy, like wild. Like Sagittarius can be wild. Like they're like wild. You know what I mean? Like they can be wild. For real, that's true. They have a lot of Sagittarius have a lot of wilds, like a wild side. Most Geminis are really open and friendly and willing. Yes, Gemini, like one thing about Gemini, like they will socialize with anybody. Like they will have a conversation with anybody. They don't judge you off of how you look. Like they more so would judge you based off how you move and what your mental is more so like, right? They're like, so like they can be very, very friendly and they will have a conversation with somebody like a hobo, like a person that's that lives on the street, whatever. Like they want to see they want to know things. They want to know like what got you in this position. Like how'd you end up here? Like they will have a conversation. They want to know your story. Like Geminis are those type of people. That's the type of people that Geminis you know, that's how Geminis are. Like they want to know what's going on, and even if they're not out in the open, like trying to find out, like Geminis will low key try to figure things out. They'll try to figure you out. You know what I mean? Ask you little questions here and there, but like they're just trying to put the pieces to the puzzle. Like, because one thing about Gemini is that they hate not knowing things. Geminis don't like to feel stupid. Like, they don't like to feel stupid. They don't like to feel like they don't know what's going on. That's why Geminis, they look forward to like social media, to the world news. Like, Gemini are usually in the know of what's going on with the world, or what's going on Instagram, like whatever. Like, they're always in the know. Like, or if not, they want to know what's going on, because this is how they communicate. This is how they, like, become messengers, right? In order to be a teacher, you have to be a student. You have to learn. You can't teach without knowing anything, or, you know what I mean? So a good teacher always has to be a good student, a person that's willing and able to learn. So Geminis, I can't stand Gemini. Y'all weird. Damn, why you just come at Gemini like that? Damn, I sorry. Like, I'm not a Gemini, but what are Geminis are evil? All right, every sign has evil in them, and I can name every. What's your sign? What's your sign? Mariah Millie. What's your sign? Because every sign is evil. Yeah, a lot of people don't like Geminis because, like, they don't understand, like, Gemini ways. Like, every sign got bad ways to them, though. You know, only evil when you cross them. Like, most Geminis, like, gonna give you the energy that you're giving off to them. A Libra. Oh wow. Okay, so every sign has something bad to them. For sure, for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Libras. You said you're Libras, so Libras don't have, there's something bad to them. Like, got a bad thing with them too. Like, that's when I learned astrology. Every sign got something going on with them. You know what I mean? Like I know, and I'm aware of every bad thing that people do, because just like life, there's good people and there's bad people. So of course it's gonna be good Libras, gonna be bad Libras, right? Or low vibrational or high vibrational, however you're gonna use the term. But Geminis do get a bad rep, and a lot of times Geminis speak with. So a lot of people would think something and won't say it. A lot of times Gemini will say what people are. Geminis will speak the truth, in a sense, whereas, like, they will say the things that people do not want to say. That's for sure. Geminis will speak what the truth that people would not want to say. It's like, damn, you actually said that out loud? For real. Geminis will actually do that. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not a Gemini. I'm just keeping it real. Like, I mean, like, I can go in on every sign, but, like, it's like, I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all do that. I'm gonna let y'all do that. But I like to understand why, why people think the things that they think. Like, damn, she just came and she said, y'all weird. He mad when men looking at me and be in every chick face when he see men trying to talk. Oh, so he got the jealous. So he got the jealous energy, right? I mean, like, but one thing about Libras and Geminis, y'all do the same thing. Y'all both flirtatious, though. Libras and Geminis are both flirtatious. And y'all, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know your situation. I'm just going off of like what you kind of saying. I don't know the boy, and I don't know you, but I'm going off of what you saying. Geminis and Libras are both of flirtatious signs. And they do it through conversation when they're talking to people, when they're socializing, because y'all both are air signs. Y'all both do similar things, in y'all own ways. And that's a fact. Geminis do like attention. Geminis like attention, not only Leos. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate the gift, yo. Appreciate that, for real. I mean, I'm talking my behind off. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah. So, yeah. Like, yeah, I know that, you're right. We do flirt, but I'm loyal. He does. Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, Geminis, like they it's hard for them to commit. It's hard for them to commit. But one thing I can tell you is that when you do get a Gemini to commit, it's not easy. But when you do that, that means you top tier. That's like a be proud of yourself type of moment. You feel me? Like that's like a moment you should be proud of. Like when you get a Gemini to commit, because they don't commit easily, and that goes for men and the women. Like they don't commit easily. You know what I mean? Because like they're the type of people, like they can feel one way and then actually feel another way the next moment, right? Because indecisive. I know you could understand indecisiveness because Libra are similar in the same, right? You guys are both air signs, right? One thing I can say about your relationship is that I don't know if you're not doing that, or if you are doing it, communication is key. And then sometimes you gotta know when the person's not for you, straight up. But one thing to keep your Gemini busy is to like keep them stimulated, right? Like have conversations, deep conversations, make it fun. And if you did that already, not to say you didn't do that already, then that person not for you, straight up. I'm gonna leave it at that. His friends talk me back in. Yeah, you can't. His friend's not the one that's dating you. Like his friend's not the one that got to deal with him in a relationship. So don't let nobody talk you back into something that you don't want to do. And if they talk you back in, that means part of you wanted to do it a little bit. You feel me? Part of you wanted to go back. You see what I'm saying? Don't let anybody talk you into doing anything. And that's a real rat. Because you gotta date that person, not them. Yes, Gemini, I love you. Like, nah, why he sending his friends to come back? I don't know. I'm for Gemini right now. Yeah, keep y'all Geminis stimulated, as much as you can. But it's only but so much you guys can do. You know what I mean? Like, it's only but so much you can do with a Gemini. But you gotta be spontaneous for sure. Like make it fun, be different, and always feel as though like make them feel like you're. Don't give them all of you at that moment, because Geminis like to learn things, right? Like they like challenges too. They like challenges, right? If you make it too easy for them to you give them all of you, no, like do it little by little, spontaneity, in moderation, But if a person not for you, you know what to do. Take care of yourself first, all right? I'm a Sagittarius. Oh yeah, that's your opposite sign. So basically, ZZ, you're basically dating your sister sign, basically. You know what I mean? You guys can learn a lot from each other, and you guys can be you guys are similar in a sense, you know, you know. Yeah. They bipolar like Leos. Are Leos bipolar? I don't know. I don't get along with Gemini. With that Gemini or just Gemini, Gemini's period. I'm a Pisces and he's a Gemini, and they are very inquisitive. They like to know. Yeah, this is what they do. Like they hate not knowing. Geminis hate not knowing, right? This is why they love to learn information. This is why they love tea. This is like they love, they love the tea. Give me the tea. Give me the information. Give me the gossip. Like they love to, they like doing these things because they also like to give out information. They're messengers. And in order to give out a message, you have to get a message, have a message to give. You know what I mean? This is they like to talk. So this is why they they're good at gossiping, right? Because they like to know and talk about things, Question. They question everything you're doing. Yeah, they do question everything you're doing because this is how they know things. Like this is how they know things. Like Gemini's are the type of people to ask you personal questions. They actually, yo, this is Gemini's. This is what Gemini's do. They ask you the type of questions that they ask you questions that are not supposed to be asked, or they ask you the questions that people ask in their head. Just like damn, like you know what I mean. The most personal questions a Gemini will ask that of you. They will ask you the most personal questions, and that's up to you to let them know because that's a dangerous thing. So, you know what I mean? But Gemini's, they will ask you hard ass questions like, damn, like, why you ask me that? Like, why you want to know that? Like, damn, you know. But that's up to you. If you know what I'm saying, like, I'll tell you that. That's up to you. Don't you know? They ask you personal questions. Gemini's is the sign of contradiction. They do contradict themselves. They're you have to remember it's like duality, it's split personalities. So one is automatically gonna go against the other. Guess what? Gemini's are the sign of contradiction. Guess who else is the sign of contradiction? Who you think? Pisces. You got one fish going this way, you got another fish going that way. That right there is just a contradiction within itself, right? They're fighting with it's like I want to go this way, but I'm going this. There's one fish going that way, one fish going that way. That's the symbol, right? So that's the sign of hypocrisy, right? Hypocrisy, right? Hypocritical, right? Contradiction, right? So when it's like those duality signs, they can be very, very, you know, contradictive. You know, they can be contradicting. They can be, you know, hypocritical. They can say one thing and then the next sentence, a Gemini will say another thing, and it's just like, what? You just said this. Like that will, if you talk with if you have a conversation with a Gemini, they're gonna contradict themselves within that conversation at least 5 times, depending on how long the conversation is. They will contradict themselves. They will say one thing and literally say another thing that goes to opposite what they said. That's what they do. That's who they are. That's a fact. They were trying to make you feel like you were wrong, and like they were they, because Gemini's got that thing, like you know, like they know a lot. They're very very they know a lot. So like they feel like they know everything, right? A Gemini likes to learn about every single thing. So they may not know like a whole lot in one subject, but they will know a little bit of something. And if they don't know, they will listen. They will listen to know. So that way, this is why Geminis, like, because they don't operate in passion with passion. So this is why Geminis can like one thing, and then you know what, I don't like this no more. I want to do this. You know what? I thought I liked this. I want to do that. You know, Sagittarius is the same thing. They do the same exact thing. Gemini and Sagittarius do the same thing. Like, it's like they're not really dealing in passion. They're more so, but like, oh, I think I like this. Remember, I told you, Gemini, Sagittarius, they're about experience, right? Even when they deal with people, relationships, or like even having, you know, the doing the do, that's an experience for them. Like they look at they can have a, you know, like a intimate situation with you, and then they look at it as like more so, oh, that was a nice experience, right? This is what they look at people and things as experiences. Never meet a Gemini that won't read off your vibe and your words don't match your body language or your vibe. They be on you. They're very observant. My coworker is a Gemini, and she always asks, why would I state at her like what? I see Gemini as mean. Yeah, Geminis can be mean, straightforward. They will say the things that you are thinking. They're straightforward. They say my sign is mean too. They say my sign is a mean sign. Maybe, I don't know. Front of their friends, they gonna brag how you are behind your back. They gonna be so mean. Yeah. Gemini's not the only sign that does that though. Talk behind their friends. You know, I see why Kim left Kanye. Kim and Kanye is a perfect example of you and your dude Mariah, because I think Kim is a Libra and then Kanye is a Gemini. So that's a perfect example of you guys. That's crazy. I research in a heartbeat. Yes, because they hate not knowing stuff. Most of the time they sing you are nice, way too nice, but they say it. Wait. Most of the time they sing it you in a nice way too, but they say it. I don't know how if I read that wrong. Yeah, Geminis are very, very informative people. Like, it's sometimes tell you like let a Gemini talk. One thing about them, they're gonna cut you off too. They're gonna talk. Let them talk because they will talk. They gonna give you a lot of information, yo. They know a lot of things. They know a lot of things. Let them. If you want to learn from them, you can learn from a Gemini, and they got good advice too. A lot of times. I had a typo in my comment. I was saying my coworker is a Gemini, and she always asks why a lot. Yup. You can see that. I was saying earlier on my live. I was saying that like even kids that are Geminis, you can tell like they're gonna say the things out loud, the meanest things. Like have you ever seen a kid that be like, oh, that person is ugly? A lot of times they be Gemini kids that do that. Like they will call an adult ugly. They're like, mommy, that person is ugly or heavyweight. I don't want to use the word, but Gemini kids would do that. Like, so Geminis like to say the things that people are thinking in the most part. But then you got the laid back Geminis, right? So you have to remember, guys, of every sign, there's 3 versions of every sign, right? It's called decans, right? So from this date to that date, you have a particular Gemini, right? Like you have the Gemini, like a Libra Gemini. Then you have the Aquarius Gemini. Then you have the Gemini. You know what I mean? So the Aquarius Gemini could be a little more low key, laid back, right? Then you got the Libra Gemini, right? It's called decans. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a video on decans. Because on every sign, there's 3 different versions of every sign, and it goes from 0 to 10 degrees. Then 11 degrees to 30, like 21 degrees, like that. So there's different versions of Geminis too. There's 3 different versions, 3 different decans. I'm gonna do a video on that too. And if you guys, follow me if you haven't followed me. If you guys, you messing with me, follow me. And I have on my YouTube, I have full videos of Geminis. I have full Gemini videos to where it's like I give you the best information. I promise you. Check it out. I'm a Libra and my friend is Gemini. Sagittarius and Gemini act just like what they be arguing about. Wait, Sagittarius and Gemini act just like. That's why they argue so much. Yes, because you have to remember, that's their sister sign, right? Like if that's their opposite sign, they're very, very similar. So I think it was you that said that that you're Sagittarius and you don't like Geminis, you don't get along. But it's so crazy. You guys are very, very similar. You guys are similar because you guys are the opposite of each other. Like, it's like you guys act very, very similar. The only thing I can say probably sometimes is that, like, you see how Geminis tend to run away from emotions. Sagittarius does the same thing. They try to stay away from emotion, but they can be very, very emotional though, low key. But they're good at hiding their emotions. Right? Like, they're good at hiding their emotions, especially what's their moon sign. Depending on what their moon sign they're gonna show you more emotion, depending if their sign is more of an emotional sign. But they tend to run from their emotions or tend to stay away from people that are emotional, like friends. If they have emotional friends, they try to ignore that part of them because they want to bury that, but they can be emotional themselves, low key. I have a sister, Gemini and Sag, and they argue until this day, never saw eye to eye. Yeah, just like looking in the mirror. Cap, June, Gemini moon, and says whatever comes to his mind. Yeah, Capricorn gonna tell you what they feel for real, for real. They'll give you a piece of their mind. They're quiet a lot of times, but they're gonna give you a piece of their mind. And then Gemini moon is their emotions. So, Capricorn already hides their emotions. They put their emotions behind a bunch of walls, and so do a Gemini. So do Gemini. So I know that like they probably. I bet you your 14-year-old is not too big on emotions, but they have it. They can be emotional, but they won't like show you that easily. I just blocked her off yesterday because I can't stand her attitude. They are like oil and water, never mix well together. Leo, shout out to you, big Leo. Shout out. I see you, Browning. I see you. I see you, girl. Leos and Geminis can work. Very, very youthful signs. Like Gemini and Leos and Pisces, Aries, it's like you guys drink from the fountain of youth. Like you guys have that energy, like that. I don't want to grow up energy, that youthful energy. Like you guys are like, even if y'all 75 years old, you guys gonna have that young energy. Like you ever seen a Leo dude, a guy, like he even dressed young. Leo's men, a lot of Leo men dress young. Like they wear like Vans. It's just like, I don't care how old it could be. Like you're gonna see like, there's something about their clothes that they're gonna make them stand out to where it's like they're like got that youthful energy out of them. Like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of Leo men like to wear like that, like Vans, like that low key, but not low key, just like that young old head swag. They got that young old head vibe. Shows emotion, but he will hide them at times. I have to tell them, say it. Yeah. Yep. They are free spirits. Yeah, they so free. Yes. But Leos and Geminis, they got that playful energy. They got that young puppy love energy. Like they got that energy like that. That homie best friend. Leos and Gemini got that homie vibe. Like when they're in a relationship, they got that best friend. It's just like homies. Like what we doing today? We chilling. Even though they could be married, it's like a fun. It's supposed to be fun. When things are good, it's fun. For real. Homie friend love. Yeah. Yep. Leos and Gemini got that. Yep, that homie friend. I want me Leo back. He understand. I want my Leo back. Cause one thing about Leos will spit like. I bet you if you give your Leo a chance and your Leo is like looking, and he wants Leos like to spin. Basically, Leos will spin the block. Leos will spin the block. They're the type of people to spin the block. Like when it comes to relationship, like oh, what they doing? Like I wonder how if they're thinking about me. I wonder if is thinking about me. Let me see what they doing. Like, let me see what they up to. Like, a Leo is the type of people like to actually, just check if you're still single. Like, to check up. Like, oh, I'm just checking up on you. No, get out of here. No, you checking up on to see if But I get it. Like, Leos will spin the block on you for sure. No, I'm not a Gemini. What's up though? I'm not a Gemini. I have a Gemini moon. I'm not a Gemini. I'm not a Gemini. But I understand Geminis. I understand every sign. But what's up? How you doing? It's your season. I'm waiting. I miss the intensity. Leah, you crazy. Yeah. Maybe you should see it unless if they're not singles, you might have to spin the block. You might have to drop the eye emoji in they DMs. I'm good on Leos. They are very selfish at Tia. Leos are not selfish. They're self-centered. Because you have to remember, right? Geminis can be a little selfish, more so. Self-centered is a different, because there's a difference between selfish and self-centered. They're self-centered, right? It's a difference between selfish. Aries are selfish, right? That's the difference. But I understand what you're saying. They're self-centered. Like they make them the center of attention. Selfish is different from, but I know what you're talking about. They're self-centered. Yes, I agree. Yes. Leos are not selfish. Aries are selfish. Geminis are selfish. Um, Pisces are self-centered. They're not selfish because Pisces will help you, but it's like they will help you for sure. I mean, like, but it's like but they're not selfish, but they're self-centered. Like it's like if let me show you the difference, right? Self-centered, like I help somebody because I'm gonna get something out of it. I help you because I know that it's like saying that um all right, like I know that you like to buy cars, and you want to buy a car, and I know that if I give you a couple dollars towards your new car, that you can like let's say you short to buy like you $100 short from buying your car, and I know that if I need a ride, I don't have a car, but I have $100. I will give you the $100 for you to get your car because I know that now if you get your car, I can get a ride out of you. That's self-centered. Like you're the center of that plan. You're the center of the attention. So Leos are self-centered. You feel me? Why are you asking to? No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, so that's the difference. I'm a Pisces. I hope because I know what it's like not to have not for recognition. No, not. I didn't say that. I didn't say for Leos for a Pisces will help for recognition. No, Pisces. I was saying that Pisces will help you. Like they're automatically helpers. Like they healers. Of course, Virgos they helpers too. But I'm saying there's a difference between selfish. But Pisces can be self-centered though. Pisces can be self-centered for sure. And it's a difference. They're not selfish because they are giving. They're giving people, right? But they're self-centered. But that's what I want to say. But Pisces will not give for no recognition. They won't do that. No, it's Pisces. My wife is a Pisces. Listen, my wife is a Pisces. We've been together since 2006. I know that they're givers. I know that they're healers, they're helpers, but they can be self-centered at times though. Like I know like the difference, I know, like trust me, I'm not gonna bash nobody. I'm not gonna try to if I'm not gonna try to spit fake stuff on people. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but all my intentions is to keep it real. Yeah, I really don't know the difference between selfish and self-centered, man. I'm a big Leo. That's what's up. You know. Yeah, yo. Leos can be kind-hearted. They can be they can be kind. But Leos they wear their hearts on their sleeve. They hurt a lot. Yeah, yeah. Now Leos get hurt by a lot of things. Like they get hurt like because they're okay. When it comes to astrology, we all rule a part of the body, right? So Gemini, so Leos, they take things to heart. They rule the chest, the heart area. They rule the heart. So they wear their hearts on their sleeves. Like they take things to heart. So with that being said, you have to kind of watch what you say to Leos. Like sometimes like how like Leos can be like people say Leos are confident. Yes, they're confident, but like behind the confidence, they're really like they're not as confident as you think they are. Like they could be like insecure, right? A lot of times Leos can like a lot of times Leo, I'm about to be real. Like I'm not talking bad. I'm just gonna keep it real about every sign. Leos can like if you if you friends with a Leo can like let's say a Leo wants something so bad and you're a friend of the Leo and you end up getting what the Leo wanted and they didn't get it, Leo can kind of be like jealous in a sense, right? Like they can feel like less than when they shouldn't feel less than. You know what I mean? They shouldn't feel less than. But Leo rules the heart. They take things to heart. And a lot of times it don't be that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why sometimes you gotta watch what you say to a Leo, or sometimes you gotta watch what you say to a Pisces. Like, like because it's like they're sensitive, and like they take things in different ways. You know what I mean? But Leos, they will take things to heart, but they're also brave people, right? They have big hearts. They're courageous. So they rule the heart. The heart means a lot, right? They rule. That's why they let me tell you something, right? Leos, King Von is a Leo. King Von is a Leo. Like, if you know what happened to King Von, right? Leos, one thing about Leos is that they would, when it comes to their friends and loyalty, they're gonna jump in front of the if you got a problem, somebody got a problem with you, somebody trying to fight you, and your Leo friend is around, that's their fight. They're not gonna let you fight. They're gonna fight. They're gonna take over that fight for you. Like, you see what happened to King Von? He led the pack. He was the one that was the breadwinner. But if you realize, look what happened to him. He shouldn't have been in that situation to where it's like he I don't want to say the word on live, but you saw what happened to King Von. He was not the one that's supposed to go like that. Not to say that the people with him were supposed to go, but he's the one that was supporting everybody. He was the one that got the money. He was the one that's supporting people. So the friends that he was protecting, or whatever the case may be, they should have been the ones that would have been, putting hands on people, putting hands on that boy. Like that night, he was, if you watch that video, he walked in front of him. He was that led the pack. He's the leader, right? He's the leader. So that's what Leos do. They have big hearts. They're very courageous. So that caused him to his demise. When it's and a Leo, that's a Leo thing to do. It's no, I got this. I'm gonna hold it down. When really, for real, it shouldn't have went like that. Because now look, as soon as something happened to him, he's the provider. Everybody's messed. You don't hear about nobody no more. They're done for it, and it's kind of sad because you know what I mean. If it was the other way around, a lot of people won't do that. But because King Von was a Leo, he's the leader. He's no, I'm the one that's I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna handle this problem. Leos they have big hearts. You know what I mean? I just helped Leo create a multi-million-dollar business. He went from self-centered. You're not letting that go. I feel you though. So that's why I see what you're saying. It's a reason to everything. And I see why you said what you said. You know what I mean? Everybody got a reason why they say certain things. And I mean, you know what you know. But definitely yeah, but I was just trying to tell you the difference. He wants me to assist him, and I won't. And I won't. Yeah, protect your energy. Protect your energy. One thing I'm gonna tell everybody: protect your energy. Well, that's him. That has nothing to do with all Leo's trust. I've never been selfish. Yeah, selfish. Yeah, that. That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, Leo's they can be giving people. They can be very, very giving people. Yeah, that person too much and never get in return. Yes, Leos are giving people. They're very, very giving people. I mean, not don't say they won't take, but they are giving people. But that person is just a very, very generous. That's the word. Kind, generous, kind. But yeah, that don't help him no more. Yeah, that was a freeloader right there. That's a freeloader. See, but this is where the self-centeredness. Look, this is a perfect example of self-centered, Diva. I'm gonna tell you look. This is the example right there. He did that, did you wrong, and expect you to help him again. See, he's thinking about himself, self-centered. You feel me? Yeah, that's the difference. But yeah, he got you. Just don't do it again. This is why we go through things to learn from it. I would have to hear the situation because maybe he becomes selfish for a reason. I'm not sure. Yeah, you did. Or that could just greed. Yeah, I guess greedy. You know. You know what I mean? You know, but yeah, just don't do it. Just don't rock with it. I mean, now you know better. Like, just don't rock with that person. That's the good thing about people. They could do you the favor. They do the favor by hanging themselves. I mean, you just provide the rope. They hang themselves. That's the thing about life. You know, like, let them do the work. You know, let them hang themselves. You just provide the rope and keep it moving. Yeah. It doesn't. They are two different things. It depends on the person. Yeah. Yeah, like nah, this can keep going. This can keep going because honestly, Bubbles is no point of like going because I'm gonna tell you why. Because she going through something happened to her, so like she probably like yeah just let that drop, let it go. Why don't Leo women and Virgo women get along? Is it like that all the time, or is just a situation that you guys went through? But Leo women and Virgos, I can say that they can be similar in certain kind of ways, but sometimes it could be like the ego, like it could be the ego sometimes. Um it could be a lot of things, honestly, like because like uh, it could be a lot of reasons why. What's that saying? Why Sagittarius and Pisces? Sagittarius and Pisces actually, it's like they get along, but it's like they can. I think it's like a Pisces and Sagittarius is kind of like a love hate thing. I'm not gonna lie, it could be a love hate type of thing. So it depends, like on what's what. Because I see a lot of Pisces and Sagittarius. Like you know what? You might be right. Like you may be right. It seems like it works in the beginning. It's a love hate thing because it could be a love hate type of thing. You're right, because I haven't seen like Pisces and Sagittarius be in a situation like it depends how if they made it work, but a lot of times it's cool in the beginning, and then towards the end it don't work. But somebody has to stick it through, and a lot of times the Pisces will stick it through. But yeah, you might be right. They don't really get along, and that's fire and water. Fire and water don't mix. Right? Fire and water don't mix. I always feel Virgo women don't met us. Wait, what? I always feel Virgo women don't let us Leos and personality. We not alike. I have made many millionaires, and Leos and Pisces, Aries are the worst. Not angry. Oh, tell me about okay, how you make people a millionaire? Can you make me a millionaire? I'm a Taurus. I'm loyal. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna do you wrong. But honestly, yes, it depends on their placement charts. Honestly, it depends on it. It depends on it. Yeah, it depends on your placement chart. That's why it's like when people are just talking about the sun signs, it's like you only can talk. That's only surface level. It's only surface level. You know what I mean? It's only surface level. Diva, what do you do to make people millionaires? I want to know. Um, Big Leos. Yeah, yeah, I do okay with making my money. I do okay. I mean, but yeah, I'm not. But like, yeah, like, tell me what I want to know. With the Aries and Pisces, what they do? Like you don't gotta get deep into it. What did they do? Wait, can I? Do you mind if I add you? Cause I wanna have a conversation. Cause clearly what you're saying is starting a conversation with people and all that. Do you mind if I add you on here? How do you do it? Or you might have to send me a request if you want to. I don't know. Cause I'm not. I don't get on live that much. What's her sign? Diva, what's your sign, Diva? Yo, I want to add you. I'm not gonna lie. I want to add you if you want to though. But I know how it gets. Sagittarius and Taurus, when relationship wise, it don't really go as well because Taurus, when Taurus, I think about Taurus is that Taurus like they don't get into relationships fast or like they don't commit easily, but when they commit with somebody, they're committed, they're all in, right? Despite how they act in a relationship, I'm talking about commitment, right? Sagittarius hates routines. Sagittarius does not like to they like to be free, like they are always on the go. Taurus loves routine. So that right there won't work with a Sagittarius and a Taurus all the time. It don't work because Tauruses love routine. They're very slow at doing things. They don't like changes. Sagittarius love changes. Sagittarius will be up on the go. Like Sagittarius will be like this, like, oh, I want to go to California because I heard they got the best tacos. Sagittarius love to travel. A Taurus, not to say they don't like to travel, they just like they're like stuck in their ways. If it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't travel, honestly. But so Sagittarius can learn a lot from a Taurus, and Taurus can learn a lot from Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius can learn stability from a Taurus, and Taurus can learn how to like experience new things, not to stay in your comfort zone all the time. Right? Not to remain in your comfort zone all the time. You know, how to, like be loose at things. You know what I mean? Learn how to, you know, like live a little. Like it's not always just about like doing this and staying on your routine, staying on the same path. You know, but as far as relationship wise, if you're talking about the sun signs and just like that, Sagittarius and Tauruses aren't the best match. Not to say you can't make it work, because you can make something work as much effort you put into things. It's all on you. It depends on about the effort, and sometimes things don't work. But if we're talking astrology wise, Taurus and Sagittarius aren't usually the best couple. You a Libra? I'm good friends with a Libra. You happen to be the only person I heard say. Me? Virgo and Pisces. That can work. Virgo and Pisces are similar because like they're like the sister signs. They're opposites, right? That's like they're the opposite of each other, right? They're both mutable. Pisces is the sign is the healing sign, the healer. Virgo is the sign of service, right? The service, like people like to help, and most times, like for the most part, right? But they can work. Earth and water, that element goes for sure. But yeah. Taurus and Scorpio, opposite of each other. Right? Will be a passionate relationship, right? That's the sister sign. There's gonna be a lot of similarities in relationships. Like it can be a very, very passionate relationship. Scorpio brings them more of the intensity, the passion, the intense passion. Taurus, they believe, so Taurus and Scorpios kind of got the same values in a sense. You know what I mean? They could both be, Taurus is more slow at doing things, but they have the same type of values and beliefs, right? They're opposite signs, right? But that relationship can actually work for sure. They're fire. I mean, they're earth and water. And not only that, like they're like they're opposites. Opposites attract too, right? For the most part. My Leo at Bubbles, love my Leo sister and associate. However, I watch and observe of selfish. Wait, Diva, you a Libra? You said what was Diva's sign? Yep. What zodiac sign are you? Diva, did you say? I don't know what sign. What sign did you say you were? Leo and Sagittarius. Leo Sagittarius can work. It can work. Fire and fire can definitely work. Leo is the one that's a little more emotional, like gonna show more of the emotional side of things. So if it's a Sagittarius woman, like Sagittarius girls, like a lot of times, like compared to the men, like the men don't like to commit as much as the women do, right? They like the women, like when Sagittarius women is rocking. When they rock with you, they rock with you. Like there's no if or ands about. Like they're gonna rock with you, and they can be a little bit jealous too. They can be jealous too. Like Sagittarius women can be jealous. The men don't come off jealous in the beginning, but they can be controlling in the when you get comfortable and all that. Like you know what I mean? For sure. Oh, Libra, Scorpio, Cash. Okay, so yeah, oh shit, Libra. Okay, so the Libra part, I see where because you said that you made a lot of people rich and all that. Libra is a sign of partnership. Libras, they don't like to do things like without somebody, if that makes sense, right? They're a sign of partnership. So like they like to like they can come up with the idea, but they have to have somebody to like execute the idea that they have, the plan that they have. Right? Like Libras, they like to do things with people that they're close with. Like they like to listen to me. They're independent in a sense, but they can be very codependent. They're independent in a sense, but they can also be very, very codependent. But they can help you. They like to do things like they like to run businesses and do things with other people. Like, and it's crazy because like I said that in my other lives, like Libras are independent but really codependent. Like they like to do things with the people that they love. Like they like to do things with their best friends. You know, they like to do things. And the Libra thing makes sense though because because you was not letting go of that the selfish thing. Like, and one thing about Libras, they like to debate. They love to debate. And if they feel a type of way, they're gonna tell you and they ain't gonna let go of that for real. And then you got that Scorpio cuss, which makes you passionate about what you're saying. I feel you, girl. I feel you. Shout out to you though. But take care of yourself though. We are the sign of selfless. Libras are kind. Libras are kind people. Yes, they're kind people. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'll tell Libras all my secret though, like because Libras, they're air sign, and a lot of Libras are not the best with keeping secrets. Like the Libras that I know, like because they're air sign, they're not really the best. But you have the Scorpio, cuss, and that's a sign of secrecy. So maybe like you probably good with secrets, but I wouldn't tell Libras like all my business. I'm just saying, like being honest, like because Libras gotta be careful sometimes. But yeah, stop helping. Don't help people that don't help people that don't help you though. Like and if they show you their true colors, if they show you their true colors, keep it moving, y'all. For real. We're good friends with Sagittarius women. Men, get your brain right. That ride. Right, that's a ride. Yeah. Is that I think you're Sagittarius, you said, right, Z? Sagittarius people, mm, like the thing about Sagittarius people sometimes, like they could be nice and kind, but they say that Sagittarius could be the sign of the narcissist, right? A lot of people, like when they talk about in astrology, like there's a few signs that get the label narcissist, and Sagittarius is one of them that get this sign, the label narcissist for some reason. They said that Sagittarius can like when it comes to money, they will do you wrong. When it comes, Sagittarius can do you wrong when it comes to like the money and stuff like that. Like they always like put themselves first no matter what. They're gonna put themselves first. Um, like I Sagittarius do be getting a bad rep. I mean, you're right. They do get a bad rep. You know what I mean? That's true. But on the bright side, Sagittarius, like I said, like like they're the teachers, right? They love learning things. They love so they can teach new things to people. They love experiencing new things. These Sagittarius are the people that they're about higher learning, right? They're about higher learning, right? These people are very, very optimistic. Like they usually look at things like when one thing about Sagittarius I like is that when they got your back, it's like they're like the life's cheerleader. They could be a cheerleader, like because they're very like like can be like optimistic and like they will cheer for you. They will have your back. They'll make you feel good. Like they'll make you feel like you can achieve all your goals. Like when they got your back, right? And then when Sagittarius is happy and they're doing good, they can be dope, like, and it can be very, very positive. But I've seen a bad Sagittarius when they're not operating on a high vibrational scale, they're very scary. They can be very, very scary. I'm not gonna lie. But when they're doing good and like they're happy in their lives, like Sagittarius will hold you down. We're talking about the sun sign. We're just talking about sun sign, the generalization, right? This is general information, right? Like, in order to do my birth chart, you would have to get the whole natal chart and give them a whole reading. You get what you get with a Leo. You get what you give with a Leo. Leo is fixed energy. So one thing about Leo is like they're usually pretty much the same, right? They're basically pretty much the same. Like depending, you know what I'm saying, like if they like you, they're not gonna like just change their mind. Like you have to do something weird to them to just change up. They'll change up. A Leo won't really change up on you. Like they won't change up on you. Like they have to show you who they really are for real. But a Leo, if you make sure with a Leo, like they're fixated energy. Like yes, your birth chart plays a big part, but if we're talking about the sun sign Leo, like just all you got to do is just fill them out. Like they're gonna give you a lot of times people like Leo in the beginning until they get to know them like completely. Then like it's like a problem. But just take your time to know them. Just take your time to know them first. Just take your time to get just take it. Yo, Diva, she really trying to let yo. I'm off the Leo and the billionaire. Yeah, I'm cool on that. Like, you know what I mean, like, cause I don't like. I mean, I'm going off of what you said. You're not like this, man. I'm probably not like this, man. Yeah, like, yeah. We are fun to be around. You know. Yeah, man. Where Geminis go though? Taurus are fun to hang with and good listeners. Yes, I like to listen. If I didn't have Gemini on my chart, I wouldn't be able to be doing this astrology stuff. Like because Geminis are messengers, and I have Gemini on my chart, so it causes me to learn information that I love and then deliver it and talk about it. This is how I'm able to make my videos. Sagittarius women, do you know what your moon sign is? Sagittarius women like they like to be in relationships. They do like to be in relationships. Like but as I'm saying, when it comes to women and men, like I noticed that like the men don't commit as easily. Like they like the more like the bachelor type, whatever. But the women commits easier. They like to be in relationships more than the men for the most part that I noticed. If we're talking about the sun sign, yes. But at the same time, within their Sagittarius has to be free within their relationship. They have to have that freedom in their relationship because one thing about Sagittarius, men or women, they're gonna do what they want to do, right? So if they're in a relationship, like you have to allow them to be themselves and be free. And like if you Sagittarius cannot just date somebody that's like that's possessive, like a Taurus or Scorpio that gets jealous easily, like a Leo, like that, because it would be a lot of arguments. You know what I mean? A lot of fights. People think Leo likes attention, but we actually like space, and it's half and half. All right, so Leos, like the low vibrational Leos, would look for attention, right? Like Leos like attention, but it depends in what way. But when you're I noticed that the low vibrational Leos, they tend to look for attention. Like Leos, like for real, Leos don't have to try hard to get attention. The ones that are operating on a high vibrational scale, they don't look for attention. They get attention, right? Because one thing about Leos is that something about them, their energy, they it demands attention, whether it's their hair color, whether it's their eyes, whether it's just their energy, their smile. Like Leo, a lot of Leos have nice teeth, like have like nice smiles. A lot of times Leos have nice smiles. And a lot of times, Leos they like to color, they like to do something with it. Leos have nice hair. Like a lot of times, Leo will do something with their hair, like whether it's dreads, whether it's like braids, whether it's like colorful hairstyles, whether it's like you're gonna always notice Leos by their hair a lot. Look at a lion. What is a lion? A lion has big puffy hair, right? So you have to that Leos, like one thing about Leos, they will always do something with their hair, right? Like when it comes to the men, they're gonna have long hair, they're gonna have like dreads, they're gonna have braids, they're gonna have and one thing about Leos, they usually have big like eyes, like big bright eyes. One thing about Leos, they usually have like their eyes are big and bright. Like you know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes. Sagittarius, Sagittarius has no filter. We know that. We know that for sure. Sagittarius always are the type of people to tell you jokes, say the jokes that hurt your feelings. Sagittarius is the type of joke like they will tell you the jokes that hurt your feelings. And Sagittarius got the loudest laughs. They don't care where they're at. Like one thing about Sagittarius, when they laughing, like you know who's laughing. You like, oh, that's my cousin laughing. Like they got a distinctive laugh, and they're gonna laugh whenever they want, wherever they at, out loud. However, one thing about Sagittarius, they're gonna tell you a joke, and they don't care if it hurts your feelings, and they're gonna laugh. You may not laugh, but they gonna laugh. That's a fact. Do we care about people? Do you care about people, ZZ? Yeah. She said, "Do we care about people?" I think you care about people. I mean, like, I mean, yeah, like, so we care too much. Bubbles, you a Leo, right? I think ZZ should Sagittarius. I think, right? Definitely spin that block. Leos will definitely spin the block. Like, they will definitely spin the block. My bad. My wife just texted me, y'all. The August ones be crazy. July is chill. She said, "Do we care about people?" Yeah, man. But yeah, man. I'm about to get off, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. You know, talking, debating. It's all love. It's all fun. Yeah, I'm getting off though. If you're not following me, follow your boy. I'll holler at you guys later. I get on live I don't know when I'm gonna get on live again, but I should get on live more, like I always say. But I gotta work on that. I gotta work on live, getting on live more. First. Oh, for real? That's what's up. Maybe you make that's. I came across your. That's what's up. Yeah, check out my videos. My videos. You know, follow me. I mean, like I appreciate the feedback. Like I love debating. I love like just talking. I got to learn social media. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's social media is cool. I mean, like, depends what you use it for. It depends what you use it for sure. But I like using social media for things like this. Like just talking and enjoying. Like just like talking and like just talking with people. You know, social media be fun for that. People got their own reasons why they use social media. You know, but I appreciate you guys. Absolutely, absolutely. Yep. You're right about that. And TikTok got a lot of game. Hey Chef Ellie, I'm getting off actually. I'm actually getting off. Guys. All for one. I'll holler at you later, guys.